Good evening, good evening. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. We doing another live video real quick. I'm not going to be up here that long. As you can see, the title, A Rose is Still a Rose. Do you know what that means? Even though a rose might be different colors, different shades of color, hues, whatever, a rose is still a rose. It's soft and it's sweet to smell. Shout out to the chat. I'm not going to be up here that long. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. Like and share the video. I appreciate your view. Thank you for coming over. A rose is still a rose. Remember when Aretha Franklin sung that song years ago, way before her death? She did that song as being a part of a movie production, musical production. Whatever was going on, she did that song. And that song was so wonderful and so powerful. Everyone enjoyed it. Everyone. Those that was in the rap community, different genders of music at that time. A rose is still a rose. And a woman is still a woman. I'm doing this live video because I want to talk about women. We are still women at the same time. Regardless of what work we do, how we carry our homes, how we take care of our families, how we look out for the community, how we go out there and vote, how we do anything. A rose is still a rose. A woman is still a woman. Whether she might be political or not, whether she might be a millionaire or a hood rat, a rose is still a rose. A woman is still a woman. Shout out to the chat. But what I want to talk about in this video, I'm going to be very serious. I'm going to be very blunt. And a lot of people are not ready for my bluntness. When I think about a woman, I think about everything of her attributes, of what she possesses: her hair, her eyes, her skin, her face, her body, her hands, her feet, how she walks, how she carries herself, how she expresses herself, how she exposes herself. A rose is still a rose. You ever took hold of a rose? My mother used to have rose bushes in her yard. And a rose might look good, smell good, but they possess thorns. The same thorns of life. Most mothers, when they have their children and they're, taking care of their families, they make the nest very soft at first. Then the nest becomes hard. A rose is still a rose, right? She's beautiful. She's wonderful. She's awesome. She's fabulous. She is the most gentlest person in the family. Sometimes, in some instances, she's your biggest supporter or she could be your biggest hater. Shout out to the chat. We got 5 ghost watchers. And for those of you that are not here right now, I know you will catch the playback, but you're getting the gist of what I'm saying. You get the gist of what I'm saying. A woman is it. Especially a black woman, a Latino woman, any woman, regardless of her racial, ethnic background, regardless of what she looked like, a woman is still a woman. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you an intimate picture. And I'm not gonna get vulgar. I'm gonna try not to get vulgar in this video because I'm trying to change up my content a little bit. But I gotta stay true to myself. I gotta reclaim my time and take back my power. A woman is still a woman. A rose is still a rose. A shout out to the chat. When I see a woman, regardless of where I'm at, a bus stop, a store, a laundromat, workplace, wherever they are at, I get a tingly feeling, especially with the black women, especially with the sisters. Because a lot of you sisters, you know you are assertive. Some of you are overly aggressive. Some of you are overbearing. Some of you just can't help but to be yourself. Last night when I went to the job, right? They they partnered me to work with a woman I never worked with before. A beautiful chocolate sister, very chocolate, smooth looking skin, nice voice, nice hair, whatever. And I did something that she didn't like, and she started fussing at me. And you know how I am. When a woman, especially a black woman, when they fuss at you or fuss at me, I'm speaking for myself. I cannot speak in the third person. I'm speaking for myself. Shout out to the chat. When a black woman yells at me, screams at me, fusses at me for any reason, I never get upset. I never get upset. As I gotten older, I've learned not to get upset. I smile, I giggle, I laugh, I act like nothing is happening. Because some of our sisters get out of control if you scream back at them. If you retaliate, the heat in the kitchen becomes more. So what I do when a woman disagrees with me or screams at me or fusses at me, I laugh. I laugh because something inside is like working. While she's fussing at me, I'm smiling. I'm holding in my laughs. I'm trying not to disrespect her. I enjoy that. I enjoy when, certain black women are very bossy. And some of you sisters are very bossy. And I enjoy that. Most of the women that I have dated or slept with were very bossy, aggressive. And they let me know that they was the boss. Even though I held the purse strings. See, that's how this works. I'm talking about lesbian love affairs. I'm talking about what really happens in the bedroom. She feels good. She smells good. She's wonderful. She's a good cook. She does everything you like. But as soon as you do something that she doesn't like, you're all kinds of names. And they scream and yell at you. And you don't get upset. You just look at them and you smile and you laugh and you keep going on. I mean, I've had plenty of women yell and scream at me. White women, I take that offensive. Don't scream and yell. Keep your voice down. Move over there. A black woman, she gets a pass. Always gets a pass. Even though I know they might be working and making the same amount of money that I'm making, they get their certain pay. If they ask me for anything, I give it to them. I don't care if it's 50 cents. I don't care if it's $20. I don't care if it's a kiss on the cheek, a hug. I don't care what it is. If you ask me for something, I'm going to give it to you. Shout out to the chat. We got 10 ghost watchers. But a rose is still a rose, right? A woman's lips is usually very, very soft. Soft lips when you kiss them. And please don't let a man hurt them. Because a lot of you men out here, you don't understand that there's a secret between women. And when you abuse a woman or mistreat a woman, I'm talking to the men. When you abuse and mistreat a woman, she becomes so hurt and so damaged. She will cry. She will be emotional because women are very emotional. They're very emotional creatures. They're women, especially the black woman. The black woman is not being seen as being a woman. She's not being seen as being that. Just go to any industry, any work industry in the United States or any place else in the world, you will see the women are being mistreated. They are. They're not being respected. They're being pushed to the side. They're being played like ducks to the left. Shout out to the chat. We got 10 ghost watchers. But I'm going to get to my gist of what I'm saying. Most black women don't know who they truly are. They do not know who they are. They think that they are a chef. They think that they are a seamstress. They think they are which job they work or which career position they hold. They think that. A lot of women don't have like the concept that they are special, that they are wonderful, that they are beautiful, that they are majestic. They have a magic power that you don't see right away. Like when I go to my job, the job I'm working right now, when I enter into that store, those co-workers that I have that are female and they've been knowing me a while, when they come up to me, hey Arabia, what's going on? How you doing? Recently, when I come onto the floor, I see those women looking defeated when they come into the door. So when I greet them, I hug them and they hug me back. It's like we are understanding each other. We have an understanding. There's boundaries there, but we have an understanding. I understand them, they understand me. A lot of women feel very comfortable sitting around me. They know what I am. A lesbian, a dyke, a bulldagger. They know that. And the women that are so secure with themselves, they feel very comfortable sitting with me, talking with me, laughing with me, working with me. We work together. But there are some women that you know, they go through their little things in life. And one woman, she fussed at me the other night. I didn't get upset with her. You know what I did? Only thing I did was smile. And I bit my lower lip because I was trying so hard not to laugh, because it makes me feel good when they yell at me or they fussing at me. It makes me feel good. I make them feel alive. So they calm down, they take a breather, they come back, we get back on the floor, we do what we have to do. We knock out that work. We complete the assignment. We don't walk off. I have not yet walked off from one woman that has talked to me in a way I might not have agreed with. And I think me being on YouTube, shout out to the chat, has taught me to be a little more patient with the women, a little more accepting of the women. Because before I got to this point in my life, I was always angry with women, even though I was sleeping with them, dating with them, or that, living with them. Come on, man. A lot of anger was running through my heart for women because of what I went through as a child. So what I did, I grew up and my anger showed, my aggression showed, the snarling, all that showed, the viciousness of how I would attack them physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Because I'm a good verbal abuser. But lately, I've been trying to take a back seat. And I said they deserve respect regardless of what they're doing to me. I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not going to take it personal. That's what I tell myself. I'm not going to take this personal. Even those that be fussing at me on my job, the next day I come in, come on, girl, give me a hug. They hugging me. They don't reject me. They rush to hug me, Arabia Barbosa. They rush in. And I'm better now than what I was a few years ago. Much better than what I was in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. At 46 years old, I had to learn how to be patient with a woman that was not patient with me. Before I even moved back to South Carolina, I had to learn how to decipher when a woman was going to do something to me or not. Shout out to the chat. But women are very emotional creatures. They are very beautiful. As I was growing up, I went into my teenage years. I had a brother. Me and him have the same mother, the same father, same grandparents, the same great grandparents. So we grew up together in one home. And he became a 5%er. He became a follower after Father Allah, aka, you know the rest. You know the rest. I don't need to tell that man name, Father Allah. Or should I say his name? Clarence Smith. Shout out to him, rest in peace, my brother. And when my brother brought those lessons into that house, and it said the black woman is mother of civilization. She's number one, mother of civilization. Queen of the earth, goddess of the universe. In other words, the black woman is the supreme goddess mother. That is who she is. And a lot of black women don't know who they are. When I walk on those floors at that workplace, if I go to the store, go down the street somewhere, get on a bus somewhere, travel somewhere, and I run into other black women, and those that are familiar to me, familiar friends, associates that I've been known for years, if I have not seen them in a while, I always hug them. Always. Always hugged them, always spoke kind words to them. If they ask me for something, I give it to them. If they ask me for $1, I give them 20. If they ask me for a cigarette, I give it to them. I don't charge them. I charge the men. If a man asks me for a cigarette right now, that's $1. Shout out to the chat. That's just the way it is. That's the way I am. I will sit there and eat a meal by myself. If a woman comes over there and asks me for something to eat, I give it to her. A man do the same, I give it to him. But it's a different tone when I deal with women. It will always be a different tone, because I remember when I was in the penitentiary, I didn't know nothing about being a female. Nothing. I was starting to think I was a straight up man at that time, because I was still in my 20s, still trying to decide whether to get a sex change or not. Getting a sexual reassignment doesn't stop you from being who you truly are, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It doesn't stop you. I lived my life as a woman for over 20 years, and then I'm going to go out here and get a sex change and expect to be a man that doesn't. What's between my legs belongs to me. It doesn't belong to anyone else. It belongs to me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. DL, thank you for coming in. Donna, thank you for coming in. We got 10 ghost watchers. We got 2 people in the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm not going to be up here that long. But a rose is still a rose, and a woman is still a woman. And I'm learning. I'm learning how to respect other women, especially black women. Because we have been beaten down into the ground. We've been beaten down into the dirt by life, about different circumstances in our lives. And a lot of the men don't see that they are chasing the women away from them, and they are running into the arms of women like myself. And I see them. When they come in, they look defeated. They look broken. They look tired. They look weary. They got tears in their eyes. Their heart is breaking. And when they reach out to me, I reach back. I don't reject not one woman. I don't need to reject you. You have already rejected yourself. The world has rejected you. What right do I have to reject you unless you have done something personally to me to hurt me? Now, I remember a few years ago, I was with this woman, and all of you know who she is. This is before I left New York. I went out and got a wonderful job up there in White Plains, New York. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to White Plains, New York. And I was working at a place that serviced Homeless people, a, a certain part of the homeless population. I'm gonna put it like that. And I went over there. I started working. I was a darn good worker. Anything they asked me to do, I did. You asked me to move somebody in, I did. You asked me to move somebody out, I did. You asked me to prep the room, I did. You asked me to go in there and clean out the apartments, I did. I did everything I had to do. Fire drills, clear all the floors out of all the residents, take them down the stairs, take them to the exits so they can go. A lot of women used to have more than one child, and they be trying to run down the stairs to get out of the building. There's a fire drill. I will tell the woman, hand me that child, and I will walk down the stairs with the child. Get outside, everybody's outside. Okay, the next day happens. I was working there for a couple of months, and then I met this woman. She worked for the same company I worked for. I was a custodian, she was a security guard. What ended up happening, and we started talking with each other. We started spending time with each other. And next thing I know, we started sleeping with each other. I didn't sleep with her at the place. I slept with her at different hotels. I would rent different hotel rooms over the weekend. I would pay in advance. I would pay for my transportation to get there. She would arrive later on. We would have dinner together, watch movies together, talk together, laugh together. We would sleep together. Body fucking order. Yo, after I got out of prison, yo, that was the only woman I met that could body fuck. Oh, going back into my memory. Shout out to the chat. But anyway, the relationship got deeper and more toxic because we were both toxic people at that time. She said things to me, I said things to her. And there was one particular day she threatened my job. She said, I can get you fired. I rose up so fast off the bed. I put my hands around her neck and I was choking the shit out of her. Don't you ever threaten my job. She said, if you do anything to me, if you hit me or anything, you're going to go to jail. Because she was a snitch. I don't know how I keep ending up with these women that love to tell your own girl. Arabia, babosa. Anyway, I released her. I left. Next couple of weeks went by. She got mad because I gave my sister a certain amount of money that my sister requested. And she said, no, you should not have gave it to her. You should have gave it to me. I said, that's my sister. Don't you dare say I should have gave you something. I should have gave it to her. My sister's running her own apartment. You're living somewhere else. You don't even have your own. You're trying to have a car, but you can hardly run that. She got mad. And her and my sister got into it one day. Right there in the lobby of the job I worked at. My sister cursed the fuck out of her. And she told my sister that day, she said, I'm going to make sure I get your sister fired from this job. And it was a good paying job, y'all. Sure enough, I got fired. They fired me for fraternization on the job. Fraternization is a very serious thing. It is what it is. After they fired me, a week later, they fired her, and they expelled her from the place that she was living in. I didn't see this woman for like maybe 8, 9 months. Don't you know this woman moved next door to me in Yonkers, New York? I was living at 54 Saratoga. She was living right next door to me. And there was one particular day I came outside and she was outside. And she walked up to me and she said, Arabia, I want to talk to you. She said, I know we had bad blood in the past, and I don't have nothing against you, and I hope you don't have nothing against me. I did get you fired, and I'm sorry. I apologize. And she said, I know we can't be friends. I know you never gonna fuck with me like that. It is what it is. Shout out to the chat. And I didn't say nothing to her. I just let her have her say. I opened the door to my apartment building, and I went up the stairs and I went into my apartment. I turned on my movies. I took a shower. I fixed me a meal. But I thought about what she said. And don't you know there was a snowstorm not too long after that? And we had to work with each other again. And when I looked at her, I didn't look at her with hate in my heart, because I still had some feelings for her deep inside. But I had to hide them from her. But she could pick it up. She could pick it up. When a woman knows you inside and out, you might know that woman for a couple of months, maybe 2 years, 10 years. Or a woman is still a woman. We know the secret. A rose is still a rose. And a rose has thorns. They have thorns, they have leaves, they have a stem. They can grow real thin or grow real thick. Shout out to the chat. That's the only thing I have to say about the title of this video. And I hope everyone has an awesome weekend, awesome rest of the day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Friday. Happy Friday to you. If you're having a birthday, happy birthday to you. Have a good time this weekend. Be safe. Be safe. And just enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Don't let nobody steal your shine. Don't let nobody put out your light. Let you carry on in your own vein. Be yourself, regardless of how the world thinks about you. Be yourself. Because when I got on that panel with Queen Regina and Nation Facts or Feelings, and we did that video about Martin Luther King, I had to be myself. I couldn't be anyone else. And they were teaching me then how to have panel etiquette, how to carry a panel instead of screaming and yelling all through the video. I'm not Barbie Girl Tina. I'm not Lonnie One Love. I'm not none of those YouTube creators where they have all that chaos on their panels, on their channel. I'm me. But shout out to those women anyway for even being on YouTube, because it takes a lot of nerve to be on YouTube. And a lot of people that I work with, they know I'm a YouTuber. They know that. They know my sayings, all that. Shout out to the chat. Hit the link. I don't give a fuck. They know my sayings. So shout out to my YouTube creators, my subscribers, my chat members, my support team, those that write in my comment section. Shout out to my ghost watchers, because we got 10 ghost watchers right now. Got plenty of people in chat. And it is what it is. Hey Andre, what's up? Hey Facts Over Feelings, what's up? What's up with you guys? Andre, I've been trying to share your videos all over the place. Facts Over Feelings, you're growing. Be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody discourage you. Be you. Okay? All right, I'm out of here. We'll see each other in another video and perhaps in someone else's chat. Shout out to Queen Regina and Facts Over Film for doing the video we did on Sunday. That taught me a lot. Taught me a lot real quick. I had to go back over there and visit the video. I will share the video again on my other social media platforms so we get this message out. Facts Over Feelings, you are forced to be reckoned with. The sirens that they blow for the tornadoes are blowing. You are on YouTube. Be happy with what you're doing. Don't let nobody stop you. And I will always be in your corner. I will always support your page, even if we agree to disagree. Because that's what family does anyway. We ain't going to see eye to eye all the time. And the video you did last night, you hit it right on the money. You hit it right on the money, Facts Over Feelings. I want you to know that. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Shout out to Sis Barry Got a Ranch. My people are able to type into the chat. Thank you. I'm out of here. Good night, everyone. I'm going to take me another nap. And I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Tomorrow evening, I will be working again overnight if nothing goes wrong. Just pray for me. I'll pray for you. And we'll just keep the conversation going. We got to communicate. That's what's wrong with the Black community. We have no communication going on. We need to communicate with each other. Be honest with each other and just love and respect each other. And a rose is still a rose. A woman is the most precious thing on earth. The men are too. But I'm mostly focused on the Black woman because she's been told that she is not a woman. If anyone knows anything about Fannie Lou Hamer, you will see what I'm talking about. Anybody knows anything about what happened during slavery and Jim Crow, you would know what I'm talking about, how they treated Black women at that time. I don't know how my grandmother got through that. I don't know. I don't know how my aunts got through it. I don't know. I need to start asking them those questions. But my grandmother already informed me she doesn't want to talk about the past. There's too much pain in the past. She wants to look forward. And she has the right to say that. She'll be 96 years old this year. Shout out to the chat. God bless. We'll see each other another time. Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.